This is a video for complex fractions day 2. We're just going to do one more type. We're not going to get real hard. We're just going to do these with binomial denominators. So we're looking at a denominator that has a binomial of x plus 4, and here has x plus 4. And these can definitely get harder if the 2 and the 5 also had a denominator of like x minus 3 or some other binomial. It would get more complex, but we don't really have time for that. So we're just going to stick with pretty simple binomial denominators. So what we're going to do is we're going to employ the same method as yesterday. We're going to get both of these to have the same denominator and just subtract the numerator as one problem. So we're going to treat this as one problem, and we're going to come down here and treat this as another problem. So in the numerator, the common denominator is x plus 4. So I'm going to give both a denominator of x plus 4. So I'm going to multiply top and bottom by x plus 4. And then over here I have a denominator of x plus 4 in the denominator. So I'm going to also give this a denominator of x plus 4, top and bottom. So now I have a common denominator of x plus 4. So I can subtract these numerators. 3 minus 2 times x plus 4. 3 minus 2 times x plus 4 all over the common denominator. Same thing down here. I have the 5 times x plus 4 minus 2 all over its common denominator. So I'm ready to simplify. I'm going to take 3 times, or minus 2 times x plus 4. I'm going to distribute that negative 2 times x, and negative 2 times 4. So I get negative 2x minus 8. 3 minus 8, when I combine like terms, gives me negative 5. In this part, I'm going to take 5 times x plus 4, and I'm going to distribute the 5, giving me 5x plus 20. 20 minus 2 gives me 18. So now I have two fractions simplified, and I'm just going to multiply by the reciprocal. So I'm going to take the numerator as it is, and then in order to divide this, I need to multiply by the reciprocal of this denominator. So we're going to flip that denominator, and I can see x plus 4 as a quantity cancels here and here, leaving negative 2x minus 5 over 5x plus 18. Now, I did mention a second method yesterday in the video. There is another method of approach that you can take. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. I'm just going to quickly go through this. So I'm going to take second method, and this really works well, especially if these denominators are exactly the same. And the other method is to simply multiply, not top and bottom, just multiply each term by the common denominator. And if I multiply each term by the common denominator, all four terms, 1, 2, 3, 4, each one by the common denominator, what happens is in these two fractions, that common denominator cancels out. So what I'm left with is 3, this cancels back here, minus 2 times x plus 4 over, and I distribute here. We'll do that in a moment. But here it cancels, so I have minus 2 left. So what I get is 3 minus, and you're going to see this is exactly the same as what we just looked at a moment ago. Just, I know that those x plus 4s are going to cancel, so we just went ahead and canceled them right at the beginning instead of doing it later on. So now again, that shortcut only works really well whenever the denominators are exactly the same throughout the entire problem. And you'll see some like this. So if that helps you, certainly can use that approach. Otherwise, just stick with method 1. The other thing I have posted here in this document is a review of everything we've covered in this unit so far over the last week. How to multiply by factor cancel, where I take these and I factor every part, and then I see what cancels out. And dividing, where I multiply by the reciprocal first, where we flip the second fraction upside down, and then factor cancel. And you can look through this document to help you if you think it's helpful. It's just a review of everything that we've done, just to go back over it one more time with steps that I have typed out. And then I also have an example of adding and subtracting. The second one is a really good example. And then I have a complex fraction example, just like the one we just did. So if you want to look at those examples, it certainly can help to review. We have a quiz on all of this tomorrow. I also have these practice problems posted, so make sure you get on and look at these practice problems and try all of them. I'm going to post answers later today. You don't have to turn this in. This is for practice for you to get ready for tomorrow's quiz. Please do the problems, even though don't have to turn them in. And I will have answers done and ready and post them later today, so you have plenty of time to look them over and make sure you're doing this correctly. We'll have our quiz on Friday, and then we'll get started in the new stuff next week.